Hi everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome to day 2 of 30 days of sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life and the Dotty about Flair prompts that go alongside the sketches. So today's sketch is a fun little one and let me grab it up. It's the Tracy Reed Designs Sketchy Sunday number 10 and it's a sketch by Tracy Reed. Tracy Reed is the lady behind the digital collections. Really lovely. So we've got a patterned paper, it looks like, with a long title at the top, 6 3x4 photos and a frame, and then 4 clusters of stars here, here, some sort of shape and journaling there. So that is today's sketch. It's a fun sketch and I really like it. And today's prompt, even though there are stars, is hearts. So I didn't want it to make it too easy when I was doing the list of prompts, so of course we've got the opposite. You will notice that I've got lots of Bramble Fox hearts, Bramble Fox stars, but I do also have hearts in the ephemera. Okay, so let me just, don't know how they've moved, but there we go. And I also have a heart here, as well as some stars, and that is a star with a heart. So the collection I am using is a Bella Boulevard Home Sweet Home, and it's these gorgeous colours. I just love it so much. One of my favourite papers, which I really wanted to use but I just couldn't make it work, is this gorgeous houses one. So this is the paper crafting kit, so it's the collection kit, and we got 12 double-sided papers, 2 12x12 double-sided border papers and 2 double-sided daily details papers. So we've got 16 papers and a 12x12 doohickey sticker sheet. Not quite sure why they're called doohickey, but there we go. And they are the traditional Bella Boulevard, so we've got the icons, the arrows and word phrases, the borders, the strip, the tabs and all the good stuff. And we have some hearts here as well as some stars. And I love mixing them, so I will be. Got some of the ephemera, so I've got the ephemera words and the ephemera icons. So I've pulled out lots of the ephemera icons. And then some of the ephemera word bits as well. Got some wood veneer, some Dotty about Flair. Some wood veneer from Ellie's Studios. These 2 pieces from Bramble Fox, and then the stars. And I have also pulled out some of these frames. I've sorted all my frames into a wood veneer compartment box like I'm doing my Bramble Fox, so I use them. So we've got a couple of simple stories, a couple of Dear Lizzie, and then a wood veneer one. Don't know if we're going to use them, probably not, but we'll pull them out. Let me move these over there we go. It's the first time I have used this collection, but I really love it, and I've wanted to use it for a while, so this seemed the perfect opportunity. I'm going to use 2 papers. I've got this one, which is the borders, so this is the border one. We've got 2 of these and I love all the borders, but I'm going to use this side. And then this one is the daily details, again all this cut apart, I love it, but I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to map the layout there, then we're going to have the photos come in here, very simple. Now the photos are of renovations that I actually did in our basement apartment, which we then did Airbnb, etc. So we've got the living room, the kitchen, the living room and a bedroom in the hall. So I'm going to start by cutting those down to 3x3. We can use this mini one for this. Okay. So we've already got the width, which is what we want, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so if I do that to although these don't print a straight 3x3. It's very annoying. Okay, then let's cut a bit off there. I could have took this out, but I wanted to show how I really don't mind cutting things out of photos to make it work. As long as you don't get rid of the detail, I don't believe it's a big issue. Okay. That one's not quite trimmed all the way because it's a very short piece, thin piece rather. That can go there. This is a very last minute video for a variety of reasons, including a laptop that wouldn't work. And being a Mum Day, and we're having new windows fitted, which is, it's 24 windows, guys, so it's a lot of windows. It's all fun and games. Okay, then we've got... So there's all that going on, and then I'm trying to make Flair. We've got the dogs. So it's a madhouse at the minute, but it's all good fun. Okay, then let's trim a bit of that off. Okay, so I am using 6 photos as per the sketch. I am sticking to that. Okay, this isn't quite 3 by 4. Don't know why it doesn't print them exact. I really don't. So I was just trying to cut that picture because I'd cut a bit off and it's already there. So it doesn't really need to be on there again. Okay, and then on this one, it's going to be quite hard if I'm honest. So we might have to just cut there, yeah. So you still get the gist of the photo. And on this one I want some of the luxury dressing gowns that we put into for the guests, which actually really helped us to achieve what we did on Airbnb until COVID hit, of course. Right, so excuse me, I need to get this trim around. So that's our 6 photos done. This is a brilliant design for those when you want multiple photos but you don't really want to do a double layout. This is a good way, and it's always going to be small photos, isn't it? But I actually really like it. It's a great design. Definitely one that I will use again for sure. Bella Boulevard don't do the decorative border strips, unfortunately. So we've got ½ an inch on each side. I seem to have marked that there. Great work, Adam. Which is going to give us a ½ of an inch border, it should. Okay. I think this is a layout that's going to come together pretty quickly. I haven't yet chosen my alpha. Because I thought, because we're having the windows, everything's everywhere at the minute, so they're actually right next to me. So I thought we could maybe do a multi-font one. Maybe a multicolour, start again, Adam. Multicolour, multi-font. I'm not gutting, I know, I should. Don't shout at me. Oh, I've dropped everything everywhere. There we go. There we go. Okay. See, I don't know how I've marked it, but I don't know if you can actually see it there. Now, on our sketch inspiration, there is a thin border. I'm not going to mat them because I want the embellishments to do the work for me with the matting. So, it's a fantastic design, I just love it. So we've got light with light there, so let's pop that one like that. So it's going to go quite wonky. Something along the lines of that, I think. Then we're going to move that down a bit so that our big tile can go there. Okay, so I'm not going to adhere the photos in the middle, or rather I'm not going to put adhesive in the middle, which just lets me tucky. that's going to go sort of like so. Quite like that because we've got some coming over, coming in. Got Milo outside barking in the garden at 10 PM at night. Okay, and then I think here I'll go something like that. It's a very funky, very wonky, but I actually really like the way that that looks. And it's not bad in terms of being centered for me. Okay, so I really would like to use some stars because I love these Bramble Fox stars. So my idea was to use something like this. But now I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm just going to have a play, see what's going to work. Let me get the alpha. Looking at the blues, see what we can use. I think we might use a bit of this one. And a bit of this one. And maybe a bit of the light one. It's not going to be much on this layout, to be fair. So it's not far. The base bit is done. It's not far from being done. Okay. So if I got HOLLYBA. So it's called Hollybank Apartment. So what we're going to have is Hollybank up here. And of course we're going wonky. If you're new here from another video, thank you for watching, and you will get to grips with my wonkiness. Love a bit of wonk. Okay, so Holly B-A-N-K. So we've got Holly. Oh, that's a bit too wonky even for me. So we've got Holly Bank there, and then my thinking was to have apartment here, and then we're going to have a little word underneath. That outfit I believe was Pink Fresh Indigo Hills. I think that's a bit light, so let's use the Chamel Field Trips. I also like the teal foam. A P R. Don't tell me I've got no R's. Oh, we have. Part. These are very similar in colour actually, and it matches this here, and it matches the blues in the photos as well. Apartment. I love our apartment. Soon to be something else, which is very exciting and very personal. But yeah, it's exciting. Exciting times. Okay. And then my idea was to have renovations in the title. Okay. So here. So we need a smaller one, really. Let's have a look. Maybe we could have red. I know it's a bit out there, but I'm actually thinking one of my favourite fonts, thick as ever, because it picks up the reds and the blue, yellows because of the gold. But we can't because we don't have any R's. Typical. What about these? This is Pink Fresh Studio. Let your heart decide. Another favourite alpha. Just love the colours, but I could pick up on the colours in that. If I can, let's have a look. So that's quite a good match to that, although RENOVATIONS. Okay, we're going to have to go back to basics on this one, I think. So, and this is why I didn't pull an alpha out, because I knew I would change my mind so much. So I've got this Florence. This is a paper, a card, and this is the colour Ice, but it matches this collection. So let's use this. More chance of fitting it in with this, haven't we? Okay. So Ren. Ovations. I like that it's mixed up, down, uppercase, lowercase rather. Renovation. And oh, I wanted to. Okay, we'll use the lowercase I. I'm not keen on them, but could have just cut the L. But renovations. No. Oof, we're just fitting it in there, guys. Just fitting it in. Okay. I quite like that. It's a bit funky. It's nowhere near in the middle. But I'll put something here so it should work. Because I do have a couple of these out. So what about popping them there? Let's have a look. That doesn't quite fit. That's a shame. Let's see if... Okay, that works. I'm going to put... So I want that red to be pulled in, and I should have probably used a red alpha. But it's okay. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to use a foam dot for this heart. It's very flat layout apart from the foam at the moment. Okay, and that's going to go there. And of course, I'm going to cut that tag. Okay, I quite like the way that looks now, so that's okay. And then I am going to use this tag. It's not a tag, why am I saying tag? This label down here. Like so. Okay, now as I said, I did want to use a couple of these. Am I going to get them on or not? Let's get at least one on. I can't use that. I would like to use this though. I'm wondering if that could go there. I know I'm blocking some of the photo, but I've got numerous photos of this, so I don't mind doing that. So let's pop that over there, and then use one of these gorgeous stars. So these are superstars, I believe they're called. They're in white, black, this colour, and I think another one, don't quote me though. And I just love them. They are gigantic, which is nice, a bit different. And of course, Bramble Fox do the best acrylic. Look, they're so good. I definitely want to do some sort of layout with them. Thinking maybe a diagonal design. Something like that. We'll see. Okay, and then we've got this little house. Now, here was me at the start. Oh, I'm going to use hearts and stars. And I have used a star, but no more yet. I've also not got a frame in. I'm just not sure if it needs it. I don't know. Maybe that would work actually. And then just a couple of those embellishments and we're pretty much done, guys, if I'm honest. It's quite a simple sketch, simple layout, but so effective, and I really do love it. Okay, so I'm going to stick that over there. Then we're going to have this heart and house there. I love it. It's kind of monochromatic without being monochromatic. Okay. Then we've got this always a welcome. I did wonder if I could change it. It just says remember on there. So let's change that up to cozy up. Because it's definitely a flat / apartment to cozy up in. And these are one of those photos that I'm going to do multiples of, so I don't mind covering some of it. So it was a big part of our life for a little part of 2019, I think it was. And it took quite a while. So I've definitely met the prompt for today. And sort of disowned the stars. Okay, so we've got a couple there. And then we're pretty much on our way to being done, I think. What about, let's pop this heart. This is a wood veneer slatted heart. It's quite funky, I quite like it. Can't remember where it came from, maybe Hobbycraft or somewhere like that. We have got some potted plants in here. That house is going to be too big. Quite like the idea of a little potted plant. Don't know if that's going to sort of... Don't really need it to say mint, so let's pop that in there. That's going to cover too much of the... yeah. Yes. What does this one say? It says sage. I don't know if we need that there though. Maybe it's better to have another heart. Let's pop that heart there, I think. That's going to go there. I love this heart, but it's just a little bit too big. So let's just get a couple of Flair, and I think we're done. Quite a quick layout, but it's a quick design, and I'm a big fan. Okay, so I've got a little one there. These are the Flair from the Home Sweet Home collection, which is perfect for this layout. And some gorgeous Flair. That says Home Sweet Home repeated. Just doesn't focus very well, I'm afraid. So I'm just going to dot a couple of Flair about, pushing myself with that aim. Let's just pop on there. I think I'm happy with it. I wasn't sure at one point as soon as I'd done the title, but it has come back now. The layout has redeemed itself. Okay, quite like that there. I am going to put this cork there, okay? It's going to be quite hard to get on. Let's use a bit of Nuvo. Nuvo to the rescue, please. I'm just going to put it on those 4 points there. Because it just brings a bit of that wood, rustic wood in, which we have on all of our doors down there. Okay. I'm just going to leave that to dry. It may work, it might not. And then finally, maybe a little wooden house. Why not? I love house scrapbooking products. Okay, I think we're done. What about a little enamel dot? I think we'll use a red berry. And I know I want a couple here. Let's have one here. Here. I'm going to pop a couple randomly within the title, just to bring that pop of red across the page, as I am doing more and more lately with the Nuvo. I wondered where that had gone. Okay, and that is going to do it, guys. A lovely sketch from Tracy Reed, well chosen, Christy, I love it. And it will be a regular of mine, regular design, and I am really pleased with it. Thank you all so much for joining for day 2. Stay tuned tomorrow for day 3, along with a very special video, and I will see you then. Bye for now.